Gamers got a win in the Helldivers 2 situation where, PlayStation backed down. And this is a newer article about what's happening. I guess a lot of people in a lot of different countries and territories still do not have access to this game, which is kind of a sad thing. But hopefully that gets back online soon enough and they figure things out on that level. But there's something else that happened kind of with this in that I've noticed that the talk about Stellar Blade calmed down. Now, Stellar Blade, if you are kind of new and didn't see anything on the internet for the last 2 weeks, is a game where there's some censorship going on, which also seemed to be at the direction of Sony. Sony made some big missteps over the last few months, trying to go all in, I guess, on appeasing some of the DEI people by toning down some of the outfits in Stellar Blade and changing some of the content through that in a patch that they forced to play. There's been a petition to free Stellar Blade out there, and I want to remind people that the ride never ends. Just because you got one win here doesn't mean we should just kind of back down off of what's going on in video games. We know that PSN is requiring this deal with their signups for their network for another game. So it worked for Helldivers, and I doubt there's going to be as much outcry with this other game, when PSN requires this as well. It looks like it's not going viral on that level, which is kind of the only thing that hits. Now, it doesn't invalidate the win. We did get the win. They did back down. They did listen to consumers. But again, the ride never ends, and we need to make sure that the Stellar Blade situation doesn't just die out because invariably on the internet, as you know, something happens for a week, and people get really excited about it for a week. It dies out of the media a little bit. This video is probably not going to get as many clicks as what it would have 2 weeks ago if I was using this topic. And people move on. And I feel like even though the Stellar Blade work's not done, that's kind of happened a little bit here. Now, we've had some crazy stuff happening during this with Alyssa Mercante from Kotaku. There's been some back and forth there. We know that she went out, that YouTuber Smash JT, because he's making a petition to end Kotaku, which, that's a petition. It's probably, that one's a lot less likely to succeed. But this one really has some legs to it. No pun intended with Eve. But 84,000 signatures is nothing to scoff at. There's still 692 people who just signed this today, which means there are people who have not heard about this and are willing to jump on board with this. But we need to get this going again so that, that 1,000 or 2,000 a day comes back to hit that $100,000 marker. Or not $100,000, 100,000 person marker. It's a big, psychological thing. When you got 100,000 people on a petition, even though 84 is very, very close to that, I feel like that six figures makes people listen a little bit more. And I think that's what Mark Kern's going for when he talks about this as well. So we do need to be back on this and need to pay attention to what's going on in gaming for all this stuff. Stellar Blade is still in the charts. If you look at this, Stellar Blade takes the crown in the Japanese charts. And this is this week. Stellar Blade in Japan has 67,000 units sold and is up there. Ayuden Chronicle 100 Heroes is second. But Stellar Blade is very, very important. Obviously, this is a big game, and people care about this. You can kind of see even Forbes is talking about this now. We got all those reviews from IGN and the like, which are trying to poo-poo it just because they didn't like the pretty female character. They got to be hashtag body positive in the normal gaming news, after all. But if you look at this, this is Forbes is more for normie news. It's not really like that little gamer news community where they're all trying to get access to the companies and all pushing the DEI agenda. Forbes is a very different animal. They're not in that clout circle. They don't care. But they're talking about it. There was a lot of silly controversy involving Stellar Blade, new action-adventure game from South Korean developer Shift Up. The main character's too sexy, her outfit's too revealing, the jiggle physics too jiggly. Who cares? Well, I mean, that's kind of what makes the game enjoyable for a lot of people. And that's fine. I fail to see what's wrong with sexy and revealing. As wrong as the character in question is cool and fun to play. Eve is absolutely that. So normal people see this, and they've played the game, and they understand that it's fun. It's done a good job, and it should be commended for that. And so players really deserve, at this point, to see the uncensored game and to get this the way that it was originally sold, before the way that the trailer showed it. And we need to keep that message going forward and keep people aware of this because, again, the ride never ends. We have to be ever pushing. And it's very easy. Everything goes like this in the media and in entertainment sales and all that. I release a lot of books pretty regularly. And it's the same thing. Like when I put out a new Kickstarter, the first 2 or 3 days, everybody retweets the link. Everybody's very excited about it. You get a ton of people buying it. And then it sinks. Like the excitement level drops because it's just, okay, this has been up on Kickstarter for a couple weeks. So you don't get people, resharing things. And because of that, like less new people come in. So we have to keep pushing this out there. We need to keep this alive. We need to keep the petition alive. I'll put this link in the description below. And tell your friends. Keep it going. This is an important thing. We need this win just like we needed the Helldivers win. This one's almost more important because they are trying to censor something. They are trying to tell you that they don't want your male gaze in video games. And even though this is a small thing, it's a big thing psychologically. It's a big thing for a moral victory. And we need these companies to listen to us. All right, leave a comment down below with what you think about this. Hit the like and subscribe button. We'll be back soon.